So, first things first, after this, looks like I got an earthquake in Hawaii, so unless if it gets downgraded below a 2.5, by the time I'm done with the stream, that will be covered. And once the USGS confirms it, it does look like I have a 4.7 quake in Indonesia to cover. Outside of that, just updates on severe weather, earthquakes, and Nalgate as they come in, same as volcanism. As for Volcano, Waterday, and Zillow, that should be back Sunday, tomorrow. It's just this week was just a down week for that for some reason. I don't know why. But there's going to be some issues the week after Halloween, but when that we'll handle that accordingly. Also, speaking of the week after Halloween, if weather permitting, on the night of the 7th, I will be streaming the eclipse. Now, what I mean by weather permitting is if it's a clear night, not raining or anything like that. If we're having thunderstorms, that will be streamed. That will be streamed if I'm awake. But that just means no eclipse stream because that kind of blocks out the moon. Not like the Earth isn't going to do that already, considering it's a lunar eclipse. But that's going to be like 4 in the morning, Central Daylight Time, on the night of the 7th, the morning of the 8th. So, that's what's going on there. Temperature is not a factor in weather permitting when it comes to that. Temperature, on the other hand, is the main weather permitting factor when it comes to bringing the snake with me to the trunk or treat on Halloween. So, that's the main factor. And it's looking like it'll be just barely warm enough for the high. That doesn't mean that's going to be the temperature during the trunk or treat hours. Considering day-night cycle, it might be considered to be lower. Looks like that horse is coming out. But still. And that's the time frame I gotta look at. It's basically 5 to 8. That's the time frame that I need to look at. So, also, since I will be there, if anyone wants to come to town, meet me up there. There you go. Get a little candy out of it, too. But, outside of that, there's really not much else happening. Also, speaking of Halloween, I do want to see about covering a volcano that has a weird urban legend or haunted story or something like that on Halloween. It may go against the designated days for different continents and stuff. But that's just going to be that week of doing that. That's going to be the only... Like, the holidays is the... Holidays and the Geography Now channel is basically the only two factors that will dethrone that. Or if Volcano does something crazy. But usually when that happens, I just like, okay, so when that day comes, that's going to be the Volcano of the day. But, yeah, outside of that, the other stuff is a bit more of a circumstantial thing, and, yeah. Anyways. Also, do plan on doing a couple of test streams, either today, tomorrow, Halloween, sometime this week, or next couple of weeks. Couple test streams. I want to see if I could actually be on the phone with someone while streaming. Well, through Messenger, and the person I'd be doing the test with is already down for it. And if it works, that could become a regular thing when it comes to storms and other streams, assuming that person is awake. We do have a 2-hour time zone difference that we got to contend with, and yeah, among other factors. But yeah, that's about it. Also, for channel updates, now we get to the political stuff. I seen the debate at for a county commissioner in my district, and I can tell you right now, Carla Wood gets my endorsement for that, for the 3rd district seat in Crawford County. Yeah, he's for getting county commissioners out in the field when a natural disaster hits, like a tornado comes through the city. Heaven forbid that happens. I prefer tornadoes to be out in the field, not harm anything, and just be photogenic beasts that they are, but not in the middle of the city. That's how I see it. But heaven forbid one does happen. Yeah, he wants them to actually be out there in the field, know what's going on, know what's needed, and not just go jumping to conclusions. So that's the thing, and that's main reason for endorsing him. There's other factors, but that's the main reason. I will be sharing the debate in a community post, a non-expiring community post, on YouTube. So there's that. So you guys can see that stuff for yourself. But outside of other races in the area, particularly Kansas, going with my district, Jake LaTurner, Jerry for U.S. representative of this district, which I think is the 1st district. I could be wrong. Jerry Moran for Kansas Senate, and Derek Schmidt for Kansas governor. For multiple factors. Outside of that, that's really about it. So stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream. Bye.